Like I started off all the reviews for Truered. Very unique character designs, very unique style, which is definitely what works for them and why collectors love them. I don't order from them a ton just because it's got to be the right figure. These monster figures were kind of my favorite that I've gotten from them, and there's a reason why I picked up 3 of them. But they do put out some fun figures that I do end up picking up, like these 2 here, which are from one of my more recent orders. But shipping is expensive from them, which stops me from ordering from them as much as I might like to, and I hope when something cool comes out that it sticks around so I can order it at the next order when there's more figures I might be interested in, because it is really pick and choose on if I love something or not. But with that said, there's a new release, just came out in October, picked some stuff up, so we're going to check those out, which brings us to the items that I bought in their newest release for October of 2024, obviously. Just in time for Halloween, we got a couple different minifigures here. Their weird culty sheep guy, one of their monsters lines, which again, like I said, one of my favorite lines by them, and just another one of their generic Truered type minifigures. We got a free Halloween skeleton sticker, which will tie into that minifigure, and another free head that we'll also take a look at. Lots to go over today, so let's kind of check out the packaging a little bit more. Like these 2 pretty typical packagings for them with their card inside of a bag. Monster one, just like all the other ones, you also get the monster tile. Got the minifigure in there. On the back, a little write-up about them. I do love the stylizing that they do for these. Different fonts and such. They make all their packaging pretty unique, honestly. And it is nice when there is a line like the Monsters or the Dungeons and Dragons line. They keep it pretty consistent, which helps with their brand, obviously. You'd see different logos on all of these, so they are unique and separates them between each other. Now to the plastic case, which again, unique flair, got the logos. It's kind of fun to see 2 different items packaged in this. On the back, again with the write-ups, got a QR code which brings you to their Instagram page. Of course, I bought all these on their website, trueredstudios.com, I think. Or yeah, trueredstudio.com. You can see in the bottom corner there. All of these are going to be unofficial Lego parts and pad printed just like Lego, so pretty close to the real deal. And let's go ahead and review these. Starting off with their only non-original character from this review. Got the classic Phantom of the Opera here in a very nice suit print, which isn't as exaggerated as some of the other ones that they've done, with a lot more weirder proportions. I feel like the jacket as well as the sort of vest on here is pretty accurate to something that Lego might do. There's a little bit of extra detailing though on the legs. You can see some extra creases on the front there with some dark gray. Nothing on the rest of the legs, no belt loops or anything like that. Looks like just printing on the back of the torso with the collar, some creases, all that sort of jazz. A little bit of cut at the bottom of the jacket like it would be in real life. You get one accessory being the top hat here, which is, classic Lego piece. Obviously, really love this one from Orient Expedition. Had a couple of those as a kid. Facial expression here is cool. It is on that light nougat, so you could definitely find some different zombie characters for this. I'm sure this would work. In my case, thinking of like a ghoul, but also I feel like Indiana Jones could definitely use something like this for some of the different scenes from those movies. I'm liking the weird bolo bow tie looking thing there, and it is nice to see the white printed, pretty true to white. Lego printing on black like this with some white definitely wouldn't have as much success as Truered here has, since they actually hand crank print all of their parts. So it's very impressive to see them have such high quality, great line work on all these minifigures, and really liking the colors. I mean, just look at the bright light orange for the eyes. It seems pretty good. And the mouth is just creepy with the nose holes there. A little uncanny, of course, compared to what Lego would do, since they usually ignore noses. You even get like a dark purple, less than like a dark nougat, dark tan for the wrinkles. So I just really like their aesthetic choices, and their color choices are usually interesting, a little different, spot on for the atmosphere of the characters they're going for. Like I said, this is the only one that's based off of something. A lot of the other ones and most figures that they do are original designs, but I love the monster line. Glad to pick another one up, and let's jump into the next figure. And first thing I want to say about this one, and something I appreciate about Truered as well, is just their willingness to print on weird shaped Lego parts, especially for heads. Really loved all the figures that have used the Patrick Star minifigure head. Have a couple of those. And now they printed on this lantern or pumpkin piece. I know it's probably been used for a couple of different things in Lego sets, as well as the, I believe, whatever CMF series these were from the Harpy minifigure. Got a little bit of for printing on those. I don't think that's from the original minifigure. I think this is printed by Truered, but cool printed legs that could be used for other creatures and such. Definitely another good piece to get in my opinion. You just get this lantern piece, which isn't super exciting. This is a pretty common Lego part at this point from the Harry Potter line and other sets. And you also get a sweatshirt here saying Love and Peace, so you could use that for a random civilian. Getting to the back, it does have some extra wrinkles and hood printing, and the hood is a little weird looking, honestly. Might be fun to figure out a combo you could use with this being the front of the torso instead of the shirt, because this is kind of a weird tunic design. If you got like some cloth pieces hanging down a little bit to cover up some of the darker hood outline, that would be kind of interesting to see. Maybe I'll have to mess around with that. Yellow for the sweatshirt is an interesting design choice, I guess. I don't know. I would have preferred a different color since yellow could kind of be related to Lego skin tones. But I do like that they printed very clean red on this torso and the black and all those lines. Looking super cool. Also got a little bit of silver ink for the zipper on this, and of course the actual zipper at the top there. It's also a nice little extra detail since they probably could have left that off if they really wanted to and just had this been like a pullover of some sort. But I love having that metallic ink and definitely add some value to the minifigure. You can see that the head though doesn't press all the way down, which is just because there's a Technic sort of piece where you would enter a Technic rod. So that blocks it a little bit. So that's why that is. And it looks like there's a little bit of a mold line going across the shape, which kind of breaks up the print a little bit from what I'm seeing, which is a bummer. But goofy mouth, small eyes, so it's a little bit cute, a little bit scary. And like I said, you get the pumpkin sticker to go with this too. So that's kind of fun. I love when the stickers and other freebies that they give out match the minifigures in the wave. Very fun, very thematic, and like unique and sticks to their brand. So nice to see that. Fun couple of custom pieces here, and let's go to the final minifigure, which I feel like is the one I'm most excited for. And for this character, their shepherd that they called it has surprisingly intricate printing that I wasn't 100% expecting, if I'm being honest, where it has 360 wraparound torso printing for this fabric texture, whatever on his shirt, or chainmail, I guess you could interpret it as. Probably more of a shirt, but I could definitely see myself using this for some sort of knight character, especially with like the necklace going around. That could be one of those like cape clasp sort of things that like Dr. Doom has. So that's kind of fun. You get these nice dual molded legs with a little bit of blood splatter right there. On the candle, another little bit of printing where it actually has like a pentagram in blood on that, which was unexpected. Didn't realize that was on there. Just didn't pay attention to the pictures enough, but another cool little accessory for any cult or spooky type builds you would want to do. And getting to the face, which is another aspect of this minifigure that I really enjoy, where you have sort of blood on the top of his face there, and some sort of ritual sort of thing, red eyes as well, sort of implying that. And I do really like the facial hair on this too. It really screams Abraham Lincoln to me, if I'm being honest, in some sort of possessed form. Of course, this hairpiece is a classic to me. I do really love the shaping on that, and definitely fits the medieval, I guess not even medieval, this is more of like 1700s Roanoke look. So that's fun. Not going to be anything on the back of the head or anything like that, or printing anywhere else on the legs, but getting the dual molded part is a nice upgrade and creates some sort of contrast on the legs where he does have shoes or boots of some sort. And on the face, I'm liking that there's like a little bit of grayish coloring of some sort around the eyes to give it somewhat of a gaunt look, and of course same with the cheekbones there. Even 2 different shades of red on the head is also kind of a cool feature, and just adds layers and depth to the printing to give it more life and give it more realistic qualities. Speaking of the Abraham Lincoln connection, here is the hat piece from that collectible minifigure, and I could think a couple other releases. You know, the beard shows a little bit, so we'll show what it looks like also with the top hat that came with the Phantom of the Opera. So I think that's kind of a fun thing. I'd love to do an Abraham Lincoln mock of some sort, maybe related to his vampire hunting. That could be a fun post, but really like the torso here. I think that looks really cool. The only thing I would point out is that on the top of it, no printing. So there is a little bit of color change there. but that's a tough area to print on. Nobody really prints up there, so I'm not complaining, just pointing it out. But of course, like you saw in the packaging, has one more accessory, and that is the sheep buddy, or basically satanic sheep of whatever kind. Has the red eye there. No printed eyes on the sides. I don't remember if the Lego one has black eyes on there or not. I don't know if I have a Lego sheep, but yeah, 2 different blood splatters on both sides of its body with a couple different areas where the printing is. So that's kind of neat to see that they aren't just mirrored in any way. I'm sure that they might reuse these pads on different torsos or other prints later on down the line, but for what we got here, definitely looks cool and adds to the value, getting a fun printed animal. Not a whole lot to point out here since there is no articulation or anything. What you see is what you're going to get. But I think, like I said, with the interesting parts, getting printing on them, this is definitely up there. I have a couple of different animals printed by like Minifigures, which just has like a logo name on it. But I love the eyepiece on here. And I think it would be kind of fun to build something around the body and just have this being the head at the top. That could be a fun little challenge to build not a mech, but like, of course, like big creature. I think that would be something fun to do. But hey, that's what we have right now for the official minifigs that were released. And let's check out the free head I got as well. And I'll just toss it on this figure that we already looked at. But pretty standard head for what they've released in the past. I think they've done some freebies like this previously in other releases. Got the angry, frowny face with some blood around it, some buffalo sauce around it, whatever you would want to do with that. But this would be funny to throw on like Emmett from the Lego movie or any other yellow skin tone type minifigures. I guess Benny would be another good one that I could do, but cool head. Glad to get anything for free, honestly. You know, companies really don't have to do that, but if they're going to put in extra work and want to toss that in, of course, I'm going to appreciate it. That's all we got today. Let's go to the final comparisons and the final verdict. And for one of the more eclectic collections of minifigures by a company, look at all these minifigures by Truered. Just wide variety. You got all sorts of different characters from different themes and, of course, genres, all being a little bit in that spooky Halloween horror type vibe, obviously, but definitely some parts that can be used all around your collection if you want to make different mashups. Like I said, I'm a big movie pop culture fan, so of course I'm going to like the monster movie minifigures or just any more pop culture IP-based minifigures. That's what really makes me jump into order from them. Like I said, expensive shipping, which just makes sense. They're from Italy. Weird EU trade laws causing shipping to go up. Gonna happen, but when they put out these weird or even just like fun and cute type minifigures, that's what I love. And again, just the variety, very distinct style, makes it very them. Not a lot of people are doing minifigures like a lot of the stuff that they're putting out, which probably helps them create a niche and extra a little bit of community in the collectors that buy their figures. And I feel like if there's a character that you like, you're not going to be disappointed. The quality here is very good. And when they do a fun line, like the monsters, I think it is kind of fun to go through and collect all of them. You know me, I skipped a couple of them, like whether Dracula, their Mummy, some of those sold out ahead of time. And I just really wanted the creature from the Black Lagoon. Out of these, that's definitely my favorite minifigure by them still, but still fun to see what they're putting out and get stuff every once in a while. If you want to see more spooky type videos, or more custom Lego videos, of course, check out all the videos on my channel. I have been Brick Ratty Up, and I'll see you in the next video.